All right, we're out here in the Mojave Desert with Andy Cohen, who's with Finish Line West. He does a lot of installs on Powerboards, and we thought it'd be good to get his expert opinion on them if we could. Thanks very much for coming out here with us. What do you think about them?
Well, I like them a lot. It's a nice seller for us, especially after we lift the vehicle. A lot of times the biggest complaint comes from not the buyer of the lift, but the wife of the buyer of the lift. So this is a really, really easy, clean way to give the wife of the buyer of the lift a lift into the vehicle.
Without having to put a big giant step that the
Correct.
owner of the vehicle maybe doesn't like as much.
You know, you look at the clean line, how it just follows the line of the vehicle. Going down the road, nobody likes to see a big tube step on the side of the car. It's kind of garish. And if you're going to spend the kind of money to do wheels and tires and a lift, a tube just isn't it.
When you install these, how long does it usually take you?
Well, the first one took us about 2.5 hours. Once you realize what everything is and how it all goes together, it's literally an hour and 15-minute job.
What's the biggest complication that your crew has got?
Well, it's not a complication, but there are 2 sets of wiring harnesses that run on most of the full-size trucks. And you just have to make sure that when you're going through the directions that you pick up the correct wiring harness to tap in for the lights. Otherwise, I think the first time we actually installed one of these, we were pulling off the lift, and as Jesse was pulling, I hit the brakes and both boards deployed because he had it tapped into the wrong wire. So as soon as the brake lights came on, it supplied power. And I looked at him, and he took his foot off the brake, and they went back up again. I was like, what
Well, that's an obvious flaw. I have problems because I think I'm colorblind, and sometimes those wires get complicated, but I've never tapped into the wrong harness on these.
The harness that is provided by the manufacturer and the instructions that are provided by you guys is really well laid out. I mean, you'd have to be a complete idiot not to be able to do it correctly, and you know, obviously we fit the bill for that the first time around.
And have you put these on what, Fords, Chevys?
Ford, Chevys. We've even done a couple of Jeep JKs. And once we put, you know, 5.5, 6 inches lift on a JK, they're almost impossible to get in and out of without some sort of a step. And these are nice because they just follow the contour of the vehicle. So as soon as the doors close, they're hidden, and that's it. The nice thing is with a product like this is that it's an easy sale, it's an easy install, and it'll give a lifetime of service. The parts that are used, the motors that are used, are the highest quality.
Fantastic. Andy, I have no other questions for you. Thank you ever so much.
No problem. Let's go have a good time.
We're out here. There's got to be more fun to do out in this desert.
Let's go.